Ritanya JR. I'm from Tirupur, Tamil Nadu. I studied my grade 10 in CBSE board. I'm presently in grade 11. I scored a total of 489 out of 500 and secured second place in my district.
I'm Diya Hemantpura. I'm from Maharashtra, Nasik, and I'm from SSC board, Maharashtra board, and I scored 96% in my 10th board, and I am topper in my school and second in Kendra.
Congrats, both of you. You are looking at a million subjects. You are looking at a million friends. You're looking at a million family pressures. You're looking at so many years ahead of you in life. What you guys are doing is so brilliant. I'm very inspired by that.
I will suggest that conceptual clarity is the most important thing for studying science. The science paper is based on all the diagrams. You are asked the question based on those diagrams. Situations are given and what will you do in those situations. So it is all based on the practical knowledge. So your concept should be that clear. If you are conceptually clear, then you are going to do well in that paper.
Interesting. I like how you said that it's like a fantasy world where you have to put yourself in the real world and understand science around you.
I would suggest students to ask a million questions, even more if they can, because the more clear you are, the more you're going to score and the more you're going to be confident about yourself. I think that will be very useful because we have a lot of chapters in physics like electricity and magnetic induction. All those topics require deep understanding to keep your answers nice and crisp.
We learned so much in electricity and magnetism thanks to silly questions from Faraday and other people. Yeah, you're right. Questions after question.
Practice as much as you can, because some topics can be really frustrating because you never seem to get good at it. But as you keep practicing, you definitely do get better. Even if they are small progresses, they are still progresses. I think that's something you should do. Just solve a lot of questions.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's very insightful. I'm actually going to read in from something that you said about science as well here, which is get curious. And you said practice makes you really good at math. I want to add one small word to it, which is the right kind of practice. So conceptual clarity is very important.
I will also say that practice is the most important thing in maths. I love maths and I used to solve many sums of the maths. Means when a lesson or chapter is over in my classroom, then I had a reference book and there were some higher order thinking questions. So I used to solve them and I enjoy solving them. It really helps you to in what manner you need to think when the question is given. For a question to be solved, there are many ways. So in the examination, you need to save time. So you will understand that which is the shortest one method. So practice will help you a lot for maths.
You didn't just say do things again and again. You said do things so that you get better at it, you get quicker at it, you get more accurate with it. That's amazing.
Question is given of expansion of idea and you have the ideas but you are not able to present them in neat and clean manner, then it is just going to be so messy and examiner who is checking your paper will not like to check it. You need to improve your speed if you are slow, because languages paper are so lengthy. So you need to cover them within the given time.
I think even here practice makes complete sense.
The place where we lose the most marks is with spelling mistakes, because we are not as well versed with spellings in our language as they are in with English, because it's not used that much. So I would say just try to learn the subject and reduce the spelling mistakes. And about English, I would tell you to learn the lesson from 2 points of views. One is from the character's point of view, and the second is from a third person point of view. So that if they ask you, do you think what the character did was right, you will be able to provide an answer with a good explanation. I know history is very memory based. So the thing you can do is you can take up different learning methods. For example, we can easily memorize songs, the lyrics of the songs, but we are not able to do the same with the dates. So if you can create a small movie out of the lesson, history lesson, I think it would be really helpful. Give a tune to it and then remember it as a song. It will be really easy.
I used to create some concept charts and some mind maps in my notebook. After every chapter is over, I used to create some diagrams in my notebook. So they helped me a lot. And for remembering the things, I used to create acronyms. So they also helped me a lot to remember the things. When you read a paragraph, it seems boring, but when you see that diagrams and mind maps, then it looks interesting.
Both of you are saying enrich the ways in which you learn, and anything is crackable. That is very powerful.
Just that Premium ma'am, when my exams were very near, I think in Jan, and my exams were in March. So I used that Byju's app for revision purpose. I used to see the videos in library mode, which concepts are not that clear of mine. I used to see the videos and I used to practice a lot. Those visuals are really great. You can't imagine in the textbook. So it helped me a lot to imagine the things.
Beautiful. And even during your exams and stuff, when you encounter these questions, did your mind automatically start doing these imaginations?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, your video played in my mind. Do you remember the electricity chapter you did in grade 10 about the motors and
Yeah. I remember one of those which had Om and all that.
yes, sir, that one. And the video actually played in my mind while I was writing the answer. Sometimes the text in the books can get really boring. So when you use these videos, it spices up things a little bit and it keeps you hooked in. I think that's really beautiful. And I really love the Quizzo feature too. I used to play it with my friends.
Power of visualization is one thing, and with the app there are so many other features like Quizzo, and then you have the other interactive questions and the learn journeys, all the things that you shared. I'm just putting a word out there for all the students who are watching this. I think some beautiful insights in terms of practice, some beautiful insights in terms of conceptual clarity, in terms of the right kind of practice, in terms of changing the way we learn things, and of course use rich tools like what Byju's offers to sort of visualize, engage yourself so much better with the content, right? Thank you very much for this. It was a very powerful experience for me as well. I really hope that both of you do really well in whatever you've picked up, and India and the world sees some magical things coming up from you guys in a few years. All the best with everything. We're always here for any kind of support that you guys need. Please reach out. Very deeply thank you for participating in this and reaching out to the rest of the world.